Today, we become legends.
And we're back with another data mining video. There's some really exciting stuff this time in the 9.8 data mining. We've got a little bit of information on Maui, a Nidhogger skin for Jormungandr, pretty cool, some mentions of Season 10 Conquest, a bunch of new stuff. If my voice sounds a little bit weird in this one, I've been losing my voice over like the last 2 or 3 days, and that's why there hasn't been a video in like the last few days. I physically couldn't really make come because my voice was so terrible, and it's kind of a bit better now, so I decided I'd update you guys on the data mining. Quickly before we start, there's a gem sale going on right now, and over at my Nexus, you can also get them on sale for the same price as normal, but you also help support the channel so I can make bigger and better content for Smite. So if you wanted to take a look at any of the new skins coming, or some of the skins that came in the most recent patch, you can get some gems there. But without further ado, let's just jump right into some of this mining. So we've got a bunch of new skins and cosmetics. I won't go over the ones that aren't new to this patch's data mining, because you may have already seen those if you've watched my other data mining videos and stuff like that, but there's going to be a new Aphrodite skin, a new Artemis skin in 9.9, a new Scylla skin in 9.10. 9.11 has a Gilgamesh and Umoja skin, and also that's when the Runescape event and bundles is going to be coming, so there's going to be a bunch of stuff for Runescape there. This should be really cool. I've been saying for a long time they should partner with more games. Runescape isn't particularly the one I would have gone for personally. I think it's going to be a bit difficult to make skins off of a game like that, but to be fair, I don't play RuneScape. Maybe some guys in the comments can let me know of like some really cool characters that they could add. Apparently the default character in RuneScape looks a lot like Vamana. There's also like a 3-headed dragon that could definitely be Cerberus. Pretty cool stuff there. And then in 9.12 we got a whole bunch of new skins here. Amuzan Cab, Arpwash, Kabrakan, Charybdis, Daji, Hercules, Ishtar getting a new skin there as well, or her first skin I suppose. Kepri, Loki, Poseidon, Sol, Thanatos, and Vulcan skins, all coming in 9.12. Also going to be some Prime skins. This isn't new stuff, but I thought I'd mention it. In September, October, 2 skins in November, December, and then April 2023, so there's a bit of a gap there. But going to be some new Prime skins coming for anyone that has Prime. And here we have an absolute crap ton of Odyssey skins mentioned here, so these are going to be throughout 9.9 to 9.11 by the looks of it. We've got so many different ones here. Bastet Bonbon skin, Ra Plague skin, Ratatoska Momo skin, which is going to be really cool. I'm excited for that one. God 123, which we guess is going to be Maui with a toxic skin. Baron Sandy, Hot Devil, Ganesha, Glitch, Morgan Le Fay, Cinder. I think that's from Ruby, right? I don't watch that show, but I've heard that's from Ruby. We have Nox Vampire skin, an unnamed Ares and Cleona skin. As I mentioned at the start of the video, Jormungandr getting his Nidhogger skin in the Odyssey as well. 9.11 Hera, Izanami, Merlin, Neith, Vamana, and Yu Huang. And then there's a ton of other skins mentioned down here. Zeus, King of Hearts, Sun Wukong, Nightmare, Skadi, Cyber, and then a bunch of other gods with listed names that they're going to be getting skins. But we don't have like the names of the skins or any info about them yet. And I assume those are also in the Odyssey based on this, but they don't have like a patch that they're going to be released in. That's a lot of skins if that's going to be just for the Odyssey, but I'm down for that. So a little more info on the RuneScape events. You're going to get some quests. This is pretty normal for events. They're also going to be free quests. RuneScape chest as well, and something related to capes. So there'll be Fire Cape, Hunter Cape, Woodcutting Cape, Construction, and Summoning Cape. So some of these are skills. In fact, they might all be skills in RuneScape. Capes is interesting. Like, I don't know if maybe you can put these only on the RuneScape skins, and maybe like when you have a RuneScape skin, like for example if you have like the Vamana RuneScape skin, it's like the default character or something, you can put like one of these 5 capes, somehow select which one you want to put on. That'd be pretty cool. Obviously they can't be added to like every skin, I highly doubt that, but I imagine like the RuneScape skins themselves will be able to like select which one of these capes they want and kind of customize the skin in a way, which I think is something that's really underexplored in Smite. I think the way to like kind of customize your skin to like your own taste, so like even if someone's using the same skin as you, it might not look exactly the same. I think that's really sick. It will be a lot of effort to make skins like this, but I think it'd be really cool. There's somehow a link between RuneScape tracking and the Odyssey. Maybe they give extra points or whatever, still unknown, so somehow RuneScape event is going to be linked to the Odyssey in some way. The capes also have some kind of tracking, which means like they're going to have a quest of some kind, so maybe you got to complete quests to get the capes for free, something like that. But then you buy the skins and you can put whatever cape you want on the skins potentially. And then the actual skins themselves, they're going to be in bundles, so you're going to get the skin presumably with like some other things, for example like loading cards, icons, all that kind of stuff. The skins are going to be for Freya, Bellona, Vamana, Merlin, and Cerberus. So yeah, as I mentioned before, like someone said there could be like this 3-headed dragon that's kind of in the lore of RuneScape as one of the big bosses. That could be the Cerberus skin. Vamana, apparently his model looks a lot like the default character that you create like in RuneScape, so that could be that. Merlin, there's probably a lot of like old wizard type characters in RuneScape that could be as well. Again, I've not played any RuneScape, so anyone in the comments that has a little bit more info on what these potentially could be, if you're like a hardcore RuneScape fan, definitely leave that down below. And yeah, again, these skins seem to be related to the Odyssey and give points, so presumably if you buy anything in the RuneScape event, you might also get Odyssey points to help towards getting the tier 5 from that. So this isn't technically new to this patch, but I didn't cover it in my last data mining video, so I'll quickly mention it here. There's been the first mentions of Season 10 Conquest, which is pretty exciting. Nothing really actually solid here. It's just saying there'll be damage, mana, void, and support buff. You know, those already exist. Dryad and Elder Dryad might be like new camps or camps that already exist. Really no information here, but essentially we know Season 10 Conquest is coming. You know, that's not new information, but potentially we'll get more in the coming patches, which is very exciting. You know, hopefully Season 10, it's been like essentially a decade of Smite. I mean, it's already been more than a decade of Smite if you count beta and stuff like that, but since the start of like the official release of Smite is going to have been a decade, so hopefully they'll make some really cool changes. Potentially a new map, although the way the maps have been going, it should be theoretically Season 11 before we get a new map, because they did a new map in Season 5, then a new map in Season 8, so in theory it should be another 3 years until Season 11, but I could see them pushing that forward to Season 10 just to make it like a really hype release with like tons of new content, that they do a new map for that. But again, that's just my speculation. We don't have any like solid data mining on if there's going to be a new map or anything like that yet, but we should see that in coming patches. So some information on Deity 123, which we assume is going to be Maui at this point. Again, the data mining isn't always 100% accurate. It looked like Ishtar was going to be Jumong for quite a while in the data mining. That was kind of like a decoy placed by Hi-Rez, and it turned out it was actually Ishtar. Again, Ishtar was mentioned in the data mining, but wasn't like the primary candidate that we thought was going to be the god. So it could be someone else other than Maui, but everyone's been thinking it's going to be Maui for a long time based on the god teaser we got at the start of the year with like the islands and stuff like that. So we kind of assume it's going to be Maui at this point. He has a deployable, has a stun, bubble tween FX, no idea what that means, bubble explosion, so he's probably have some kind of like bubble and water related abilities. It would make sense if he's like an island god. Also has a skill that can pull a god. This is almost certainly going to be his legendary fishing line that can pull enemy gods in, so probably has some kind of ability where he can like throw it out and like latch onto someone and then like maybe refire the ability, pull them in with a fishing rod, a bit like a Sobek pluck, something like that. And then there's one more bit of information here that the data miner isn't sure if it's a remnant of Ishtar info or actually belongs to Maui, and he has a device that affects the following groups, which hits gods, minions, stuns gods, and self-roots. So as far as I know, unless this is a reference to like Ishtar's 3, she doesn't self-root herself, I'm pretty sure. So this could be something related to Maui, but again, it's not really too specific anyway. But we have a little bit of our first info on Maui here, and especially with the fact that he has a skill that can pull a god, and that's definitely going to be his fishing line, I think it's very likely it's going to be Maui at this point. We also have the first mentions of God 124, which is going to be the god after Maui that we kind of assume is going to be Maman Brigitte or some kind of voodoo god based on the teaser. Again, we have no real info on it so far, kind of like Season 10 Conquest, but we do know it's coming. And yeah, that's all the data mining info we've got for this one so far. Some pretty exciting stuff. You know, seeing the first mention of Season 10 Conquest is really hype for me because I feel like they have to do something like really big for Season 10 Conquest, given it's going to be a decade of Smite. You know, they have to do something huge for that. The Runescape event is pretty exciting. You know, even though I don't play too much RuneScape, it opens up the door for collaborations with games, which is something I've really wanted to see in terms of like crossover events. And a little bit of information on Maui, tons of Odyssey information on new skins coming. Momo Ratoska, definitely going to be a really cool skin for sure, and I hope they do more avatar skins, to be honest. You know, they could do Appa, Kepri, maybe, something like that. And then we also have Nidhogger being in the game. This probably does mean that Nidhogger won't be a god. Like, it's not necessarily confirmed that it won't be, because we have had other skins like King Artia, I guess, and then Arthur was still added to the game. But most likely we're probably not going to see Nidhogger, at least not recently, as a god. But yeah, that's all I've got for this data mining. Be sure to subscribe for more data mining as it comes out, and I will catch you guys in another one later on. Have a great day, and peace out, you nerds.